Hey everyone, we are back with another Parallel Realms mode run, and this time we're gonna use FUKUA as the only character we're gonna play throughout this run. So just like before with Annie, I'm only gonna play FUKUA variants. I'm allowed to have support, so I'm bringing usually Valentine in the back. I will try to minimize as much tag-ins and tag-outs as possible, but you'll notice in this entire run, I don't really do much of that anyway, so it's not gonna make as much difference. I think FUKUA as a character is quite strong for Parallel Realms, just because that she has blockbusters that can heal herself back to full. So if you make a mistake and if you lose some of your HP, as long as you have a Valentine in the back with Trauma Center, you can really recover that health back really easily, just like that. See, now I'm back to 100% health, and yeah, it's pretty neat. So here I'm using Dream Demon because I want to kind of test her out with the permanent death mark, but then I remembered that this mode there's a lot of immunity. So Dream Demon is basically doing not really doing anything here, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna try to deal as much damage as I can. The armor is a bit annoying with because FUKUA is multi-hit, so the armor stacks does make it a bit more difficult. But no worries. FUKUA has a lot of really nice projectiles, like Loves of Love is still one of her strongest projectiles, and combine that with the blockbuster that also gives out that energy ball. It's a really nice combination, and Drill of My Dreams is pretty much a staple, and the other blockbuster, Inevitable Snuggle, is almost always really good for that healing. So unfortunately, I couldn't kill Last Hope fast enough here, and so she's able to recover both of her teammates' health back through her prestige ability. That's one of the things that is quite annoying here. If you face a Valentine, especially in the boss nodes, after you've killed them, if they manage to use their prestige ability, it can be tough. Especially if they have Death Wish or something. But so far, I'm kind of breezing this through. As I said, I realized that Dream Demon isn't really good here, so I'm gonna change into something else. So I'm picking Gehenna's Oblivion there as my artifact, which is a gold artifact. What it does is basically when you use a blockbusters when the opponent's health is around below 15%, it just basically knocks them out. It makes things slightly easier, especially when you're dealing with a lot of variants that can heal back themselves. So as I said, I'm using Phantom Threads here. Phantom Threads is one of the best FUKUA variants in the entire game. The access to blessings makes her able to basically just prevent dying, but it's also a nice failsafe option, and it can also transform into Enrage to give you some more firepower. I got really annoyed facing this Princess Pride because it keeps on using Burst, which is really annoying, and it blocks my blockbuster, so I'm not getting any meter. Thankfully, it switches out into a GI Jazz, which also has a Burst, very annoying. Inevitable Snuggle fills me back up to health, and I am now at 1 stack of Enrage. If I use another blockbuster here, then I'm at 2 stacks of Enrage, so she does rack up damage quite fast. So I wouldn't say this is the cleanest fight ever, because it is taking me a while, unfortunately. They're finally dead. My set, I don't think I showed it, but I do have a lot of crit rate, because this was Dream Demon set. With just a bit of crit damage. So I'm hoping in the artifacts that I could get Hitless, which basically just inflicts them with permanent death mark, and that will really boost my attack damage overall. So I think I'm gonna get Jellyfish Lantern here just for that nice immunity, so then I don't get bursted and get inflicted with a debuff. I'm skipping that node because I don't really want to face Pain Wheels. I am running a crit set, so Pain Wheels are still very annoying, but thankfully FUKUAs have ways to not deal any crit. Like Feathered Edges is really good against that with the barrier, and also Inevitable Snuggle being a grab doesn't crit. So it is possible. I'm not too worried if I do face Pinwheels, unlike with Annie, because Annie relies on the Destruction Pillar, which you need to crit. So with FUKUA, it's a bit easier. All else fails, I can also cheese with Miasma with some of her variants, so I'm feeling very comfortable here. Again, in here, I'm just using Phantom Threads to clean up the mess. You could see the Doom there is from the artifact that I got earlier. That's actually a really good artifact. It's pretty useful. And now I just need to kill this Megasonic. Oh, I missed. Nice. Insta kill. I think I picked Iron Curtain here. Maybe. I forgot. I might have picked Dragonian Feast instead. Anyway, I am recording this voiceover after I fight. I think I've said before in the Annie run that if I play while I talk, I kind of just screw up a lot. And you'll notice when I played Annie's run, I screwed up. I still screw up a lot. So I probably would have failed that if I speak over while I'm playing. So in here, this is a post-recording version. But I'm commentating because I think that's what people enjoy. I've read the feedback from the previous one. And I do want to make this a semi-regular thing because I do find it quite fun. So this should be pretty easy. I've got 2 stacks of blessings here, so I just need a blockbuster to get 2 stacks of enrage. Nice. Wolf's Bane comes in. I can go with the Loves of Love with my blockbuster to deal. That's pretty good damage. And I'm gonna end it with Inevitable Smuggle here, probably. Yep, with 3 stacks of enrage and with full health as well. So unfortunately, we do face a pain wheel there at the end, which is a bit concerning. That's why I'm bringing in Feathered Edges. My Feathered Edges has no crit in any of her moves, but she is fully invested, and so she does have some innate crit rate, about like 20%, as you can see here from this moveset. But yeah, I think this should be fine, and we'll see later on whether it is actually fine or not. First things first, Overclock. This should be a very simple kill. Phantom Thread should be able to like have no problem. Her ability to clear buffs is very, very useful here because Overclock or Robo Fortune in general can get buffs pretty fast, and if they do start getting buffs, that Prestige ability, if they activate it, is quite scary. So we want to make sure to like kill Overclock as soon as possible before that Prestige ability activates. And thankfully, we do have the firepower to kill her fast with 2 stacks of enrage. Oh shoot, please, please. Okay, she didn't use Prestige ability, which is quite nice because her Prestige ability, Robo Fortune, once it connects, it's gonna start dealing a lot of reflect damage, and that's quite scary. Next thing is Plot Twisted. So the plan here is to kill him first, get rid of the thorns by using an outtake, and then deal with Fly Trap. But I think... Wait. Okay, this is where I made a mistake. So apparently, Plot Twisted didn't fall down or didn't end the combo. She still gets hit with the energy ball, and I got hit back with that tons of reflect damage from that 5 thorns. So I basically just killed my Phantom Threads here, which is not great because I was planning to use Phantom Threads for the entire run. But that's fine, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. We just have to kill Plot Twisted, and I'm probably Fly Trap as well. I'm not sure if we can kill Fly Trap here. Trying to deal as much damage as I can, and I realized that Feathered Edges, it doesn't really have that much of a great attack stat, which is quite problematic. I'm not dealing as much damage here as I should be, because that healing, that regen, is healing way too fast than the damage that I'm dealing. Oh no. So I would probably time out here. Okay, 68%. I'm still stuck in 68%. I'm trying to use as much blockbusters as I can. Basically just spam it as much as I can. Trying to deal as much damage as possible. Oh, it's not working. Come on, just die. 40%. Okay. We managed to whittle down about 30%. I need to knock her down to prevent that regen again. Drill Tempered here just to give more chip damage. 33%. Loves of Love. Full in. Inevitable Snuggle. 28%. 25%. So we are dealing some damage here just very, very slowly. 15%. Okay, we're at the range where that artifact that we got might be able to kill her in one shot. Unfortunately, she switches out, so now I have to deal with Fly Trap Pain Wheel, which is probably the hardest one here than Plot Twisted. Like, Plot Twisted wouldn't be too much of a problem, but Fly Trap is definitely one to watch here. Thankfully, because Pain Wheel just have a low HP in general, I can much easily chip her damage. But I still have 20 seconds to go, and I don't think I'm able to do this. Yeah, I don't think I cleared this. Come on, come on, come on. Kill it, kill it, kill it. 10%, 9%. Okay, now this blockbuster should just automatically kill him from our artifact. Unfortunately, I forgot the modifier that now Overclocked is back on his feet, which is fine, We did deal about like 15% from the fly trap. Plot Twisted is no longer a problem. So now I'm running Shadow Puppet and Splitting Image. Basically, Shadow Puppet set is the same as Phantom Threads, while Splitting Image set is the same as as Feathered Edges. So it's basically just the diamond variants of the same variants I use. Shadow Puppet should be able to clear this quite fast just because of her naturally high attack stat. And we see this here with the Blockbuster basically just killing them in one go. Wow, that's really strong. So now we're back with Splitting Image to try and like deal as much damage as I can. Remembering that now that try not to use a Blockbuster to finish her off near the corpse, or else Robo Fortune might live again. And I basically cleared it, managed to clear it with Splitting Image using a Drill Tempered. And Gehenna's Oblivion, that artifact that we got, the golden one we got early on, was really helpful. In here I picked Flashbangs, which was the middle artifact. What it does is that it's gonna inflict stun on the opponent for the first 5 seconds or so, which allows me to be very aggressive right from the bat. I don't have to worry about like blocking and finding a way to attack. This is really useful because now I can very quickly just attack and then charge my meter, charge my Blockbusters, especially my Blockbuster 2 Inevitable Snuggle to heal myself back up if needed. This is also useful if I'm ever running like Vaporwave Vixen or Night Terror, because if the opponent is stunned, I can just like chill out, do nothing, get some miasma stacks, and then start attacking. In here, I made a mistake here by getting hit by uppercuts from Bloodbath, but that's fine. I'm at 1% thanks to Killjoy's Trauma Center, and I managed to heal myself back up thanks to Inevitable Snuggle. So this is what I mean by like FUKUA is one of the best characters to fight in this mode, because she can just heal so much, and her variants are pretty strong. Nice. So next one, I think I'm picking Priority Contact there. The accuracy doesn't really do much for my end. We're gonna face again some pretty standard side commander with Dead of Winter and Final Fang. Again, Flashbang's pretty useful here. Allows me to just get straight into the attack with a Drill Tempered, and they should kill it. Yep, thanks to the artifact again, which is pretty handy. Unfortunately, I still don't have the one that inflicts permanent death mark, which would be pretty useful here because I do have a lot of crit and I would be dealing like twice as much damage. So unfortunately, Doom does not overcome the final stand, so I kind of just have to wait here a bit until it dies. And then Final Fang comes into play, Loves of Love, with the Blockbuster dealing quite good damage there, about 50%, and this should clear it thanks again to that artifact. So I realized that Shadow Puppet is just breezing through here pretty fast, much faster than Phantom Threads. I should have used Shadow Puppet from the beginning, but if you don't have Shadow Puppet, like, Phantom Threads still does the job. Any other FUKUA would still be able to do it. Just pick the one with much higher attack. It might be just a tiny bit slower than... it might take a bit more time because Shadow Puppet's attack is just sky high as more than all the others, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. You should still be able to clear it quite fast. Yeah, what I like about FUKUA is that she can attack from a distance and then get close and personal and then hit the opponent with a grab. She does have a lot of unique tools that no other characters kind of have, which is quite unique. In here, I kind of forget about the modifier, the Danger Zone, that makes things unblockable when they're at low HP. Thankfully, it didn't deal as much damage as it could. I only got removed by like 43% health, which I'm able to just fill that back up in with a single inevitable snuggle. So this weekend warrior here with the final stand is a bit annoying. Unfortunately, Phantom Threads is still dead, and so I have no way to remove the buffs. I made a mistake here, and I just got punished real hard. But again, inevitable snuggle heals me back. Not too full, because weekend warrior does not have much health left, but that's fine. We can heal back in the next fight. So in here I pick Sliver or Shadow just to increase Shadow Puppet's attack a bit more. And then I'm choosing the one on the top. Yes, okay. Unfazed Black Dahlia. So Drill of Temper should clear here. Oh, not yet. Just a bit more. A single grab, now it's dead. Now I can use Loves of Love with the Blockbuster combo, which is really nice. A Soul Sister could probably do this as well and get so much enrage from it that she's probably a really good alternative as well. I might do this run again without using Shadow Puppet. Depends. I might, yeah, it's somewhere within my periphery. I might do that because I feel like I'm cheating with using a diamond because Shadow Puppet is pretty strong. Well, I kind of messed that up. Yeah, I might rerun this with only silvers and golds. Because I'm not really showcasing FUKUA's variants as much here. But we'll see. So now it's just GI Jazz. A single inevitable snuggle should kill, I think. Oh no, it doesn't. Nice. Okay, here I got a bit confused because King of Diamonds gives me 10% defense and Iron Curtain gives defense and resistance, yet it's in a lower tier. So I don't know what's the deal with that. I just picked Iron Curtain because it gives me resistance and defense both, which again is better than the other one. In here I was kind of disappointed to see another fly trap here, so damn it. Pain Wheels are kind of the hardest opponent to face, I think. So I'm running the same exact set. I changed my Killjoy to Surgeon General just as a better support, more healing, and it synergizes quite well with Shadow Puppet's signature ability to refresh buffs. So if I'm able to refresh buffs, I'm refreshing some immunity and some heavy regen, which is quite nice. Lovecrafted goes down pretty fast, and I got the 3 sacks of Miasma from Inevitable Snuggle. Unfortunately, Flytrap comes in, which means that I gotta switch to Splitting Image because Shadow Puppet has too much crit rate and I would kill myself just from the reflect damage alone. So my plan here is to just kind of chip as much damage as I can. I do have an innate crit rate of 20% that I can't really remove. Drill of Temperate here should deal quite good damage, which is really nice chip. And Splitting Image has an innate healing ability, although it's not activated right now because Flytrap has lower HP. But she is mainly defensive. So, oh, there was a slight error there. Slight glitch. Again, just from the crit damage, look at how much I'm dealing. I'm hit with like 20... I'm left with like 20% health just from that innate 20% crit rate, which is kind of insane, honestly. So now I'm switching to Evergreen Evil. This was not a good match because Evergreen Evil has thorns as well, and I've got no way to remove the thorns. I'm trying to just delay as much as I can to remove the thorns and then kill the Fly Trap first. This is the one that needs to die as first. Using a Inevitable Snuggle, which will never crit, which is quite nice to chip more damage. Nice, Drill of Temperate, please kill. Nice. So, oh, the Gehenna's Oblivion has been really helpful in this run against these Pain Wheels. Just to save a bit more effort there. So now is the hard part, the Evergreen Evil, because FUKUA is multi-hit, so I'm triggering a lot of her abilities to get those thorns and regen. In here, I was thinking of maybe just letting my variants die and fight with like a fire variant. Like Soul Sister or something. Unfortunately, thankfully the thorns doesn't last too long. And I got really lucky here. Actually, wait, how did she get thorns there? That's weird, she's at light type. Anyway. I kind of messed up here. Thankfully, I do get final stand, so I can just ignore the thorns and just hit really hard. I am able to refresh the final stand duration, which was also really, really lucky. So I'm at a really good spot here. This combination of Valentine, Trauma Center, and Shadow Puppet's abilities really saved me right here in this battle. So that could have easily been a loss, and I got really lucky there. In here, I think I picked Prescience of Aeon, which is the left one, which gives me evasion. But it's not the evasion that I care about, it's the Blockbuster meter. Because we really do want to charge that Inevitable Snuggle, the Blockbuster 2, as much as I can so that I can heal back up. I'm at 1% now, which is quite dangerous. But I do have Shadow Puppet's signature ability to save me if I do make a mistake. And I just remembered Flashbang's proc, so I don't even have to worry about the first move. I can just hit her real hard, try to get as much HP as I can and meter as I can, and then hit her with an Inevitable Snuggle at the end when she's knocked down. Drill of Tempers again here. So I am bringing on an outtake to deal with the Plot Twisted. Inevitable Snuggle. Oh, it didn't kill. That's surprising. Oh shoot, I made a mistake again. Oh, these Plot Twisted mistakes have been really awful. Unfortunately, I got really lucky this time. The Shadow Puppet didn't just immediately die. And I'm still able to fill myself back up to full from Valentine. And again, Inevitable Snuggle, which is pretty much an MVP. I might run an Umbrella, because Umbrella do have a similar Blockbuster 2 in the form of Tongue Twister. I'm interested to see how well that's gonna perform. So yep, we're back to full health thanks to Inevitable Snuggle. And Shadow Puppet is again just breezing through all of this. So in here I decided to pick Rusty Manacles, which inflicts Immobilize. I was thinking in the off chance that my Shadow Puppet dies and I have to use Night Terror, that Immobilize might be helpful. And that's why I'm running it right now. In here, I've decided to just move back to get some... hit him with a Loves of Love to get some meter and drain some meter. I kind of forgot about the evasion here, and I made a mistake there, got hit, but that's fine. Inevitable Snuggle, again, filling me back up to health, full health. This shouldn't be too bad of a fight. Oh shoot, this one I made a mistake. This is completely on me. But that's fine, because we're just back to 100% health. It's insane. This Blockbuster is busted. It's one of her strongest tools. Sorry for that lag. Can't do much. Now Risky Ginger is dead. Look at those crits. If only I got hit list. Alter Ego comes in, which doesn't really do anything. Pretty easy kill. Unfortunately, I missed the timing there because my Blockbuster meter wasn't filled, but that's fine. Now it dies. On to the next fight. In this case, I just decided to go with Stage Spotlight, just in case my Phantom Threads gets revived and I can use her again. It's quite nice. I'm healing here just because I don't want to fight another node. Gonna skip the Pain Wheels. Decided to go for, I believe, the middle one because I do want that revival node to revive my other FUKUA that's dead. Unholy Host, not a problem here because she's not being tagged in. She's the first fighter, which means she doesn't really have a signature ability. Thankfully, her Marquee is the wrong one, so she's not recovering from all these crits. If she was, I probably would have picked the bottom node instead. But the final stand is a bit annoying here from the wet work. Also, the evasion stacks is quite useful. It allows me to be a bit more aggressive without having to worry about anything else. Jawbreaker dies pretty fast here. Again, final stand from Wet Work is very annoying. That shouldn't matter though. I'm killing the Wet Work first. A single inevitable snuggle. Does decent damage, not too much. This Drill Tempered though is gonna deal a lot. It's mostly the damage dealing Blockbuster. Yeah, this will kill it. And a single punch kills Jawbreaker. We're almost towards the end. Just a few more nodes. So these really suck. These artifacts is really bad. So I just picked. I don't even remember which one I picked. It probably wouldn't matter anyway. So Reigning Champ comes in. Thankfully, Flashbangs makes her stunned, so I can kind of just sneak in a Loves of Love and then just quickly tag her out because I don't want to deal with that unflinching, and I want to deal with Wet Work first to avoid the final stand from the other fighters. Again, in this floor, if we block the opponent, they get thorns, which is a bit annoying. That's why I tagged her out. Want to kill this Jin Frizz first. Hurry up. The final stands are slightly annoying. Gonna tag her out. Attack Reigning Champ with an inevitable snuggle. Just trying to deal as much chip damage as I can before the final stand procs. But of course now it procs. Now I'm gonna take out again. Kill the Wet Work. This is the one I need to kill first. Because dealing with the final stand from Umbrella is slightly better than dealing with the final stand from Valentine. This is from Reigning Champ's ability. Okay, now it's gone. Nice. Now that the Wet Work is gone, I don't have to worry about final stand too much. And Reigning Champ becomes so much weaker without the 2 stacks of armor. And she's dead. Right, so I decided to pick Time Bomb because the haste can be useful. And I'm gonna revive. Unfortunately, I did not revive my Phantom Threads. I revived Feathered Edges instead. And I'm very unlucky because I face again another Pain Wheel. Biting Cold. So I need to like kill this Biting Cold as soon as possible. If possible, I need to kill her first because she's the one that's a bit dangerous here. Once she's cleared out, I'm gonna have a much better time dealing with the others. So again, we don't want to like kill them near a corpse in this floor because they're just gonna revive. So my plan is to just deal as much damage as I can, probably kill Biting Cold and let my team die. So I got really lucky with the crits that I'm not dealing as much crits as I did against Flytrap, although I do get hit with the bleed. Biting Cold went down much easier than I thought, and unfortunately I didn't bring a takeout, so I can't remove the corpse. Dream Ban is a chunky boy here, so I'm switching back to Shadow Puppet to deal as much damage as I can. Unfortunately, they do get thorns from the corpse, so I quickly removed it from the fight and tagged in X-Bot. X-Bot is a bit dangerous actually, because again of FUKUA's playstyle that plays at a distance, so you can see that she's getting so much block buffs here. So I made a really huge mistake, unfortunately, and she managed to activate her her prestige ability. So she's reflecting a lot of damage from all these buffs. So I decided, you know what, this is probably a fail run. I'm just gonna kill Dream Band first. Again, far away from the corpse as possible, which is tough. It's tougher than I thought because Dream Band is really thick. It's so hard to like kill him. Valentine's Trauma Center becomes very clutch here. I should have died like a minute ago. So thankfully, I managed to full back to health. Got that 5 stacks of Miasma from Shadow Puppet's abilities. In here, I'm just wasting time to get rid of that final stand. Dream Band finally goes down, and now it's just X-Bot. I know that if I kill X-Bot here, it's very difficult to kill her without getting near any of these corpses, so I'm just like setting myself up to die while dealing as much damage as I can on this X-Bot. Got hit with the thorns. God, it has 3 stacks of thorns and as much reflect damage from her prestige ability. This is dangerous, but it's fine. After I kill my entire team, like the next fighter that comes into play, this is gonna be a breeze. Just letting my Surgeon General die here. And then the next fighter comes into play. I decided, you know what? I'm gonna use Vaporwave Vixen. Make use of that miasma stacks from the flashbangs and just chill, Let's just stay there, don't do anything, get as much miasma stacks as I can. Apparently I can only get 2 stacks, which is quite low. Time dilation, which is one of the modifier in this run, is a bit annoying because it means my buffs are expiring much faster than it should. But a single, or like 3 blockbusters later, it just falls down and I managed to clear the run. This was pretty easy. It wasn't too bad. So hope you guys enjoyed this run. Let me know what you think and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you all so much.